My name is Tye Dutcher. I'm a Rio 2016 Paralympic swimmer for Team USA, currently training for Tokyo 2021, and this is my story. I was in a lawnmower accident when I was 11 years old that took my right foot. I was sneaking up behind my dad, who's on a riding lawnmower, didn't know I was there, and I wanted to shoot him with a rubber band gun for fun because I thought it'd be really funny. And he ended up reaching the edge of the lawn. I was right behind him, and right as he reached that edge of the lawn, he had to put it in reverse. And as he put it in reverse, I stumbled to the ground, and that back right tire went over my right foot, and the blade just completely got my foot. From that moment on, I knew my foot was probably gone. My dad felt that bump and sprung up into action and got to the lawnmower, lifted it to its side, saw me there, crying, screaming, tears, everything. And my dad came to my aid, and he reacted perfectly though. He couldn't believe that his baby boy was lying there without a foot, blood everywhere and stuff like that. And my dad's got into action, and he went to the garage to get towels to wrap my leg to stop the bleeding. After that, we called 911, and I was airlifted to a medical center in UC Davis, California, and I underwent 4 surgeries within 11 days, and they amputated about 2 inches above my ankle. After my first surgery, I told my mom, I know this happened for a reason. And that's been my life ever since, I was a kid and I lost my foot. I was 11 years old, and now I'm 24 years old. I've spent most of my life now with 1 foot than 2 feet. I don't even remember what it's like to walk with 2 feet anymore, and I don't even care. I would never turn back time to have my foot back again. And even just that glimpse of my story just brings about a whole perspective of what life truly is. And it's something that I've talked a lot about with just the guys here, just being grateful, right before we shot this. And it's just rekindled even more fire in me. And I hope that rekindles it in you, just to be grateful through life, work hard for what you want to do. Don't believe the doubts that people are trying to throw at you, those arrows, don't believe it. Don't ever stop fighting and work hard for your dreams. My mom would put pillows below my legs. I'd say to her, "Mom, my foot hurts," but my foot wasn't even there. So my mom would literally put my pillow right where my foot would be, and I'd be like, "Oh, that feels better." And so much of that random stuff is me realizing that my foot is actually gone. But with that, the support from other people around me, they were like, "You're gonna be able to walk and run again. You'll be able to do this. You'll be able to do everything. Don't worry. You got this." And at 11 years of age, it was that support from my family that helped me so much. But even with the mindset, I still have the same mindset of just this happened. I can't change what happened. I can't do that. I gotta live with this, and I gotta use this now. I took it as a thought of, holy crap, I just went through something so traumatic and so tragic. Now this is my story. I gotta use this story now. I gotta use this to help fuel other people and encourage them. And people call me an inspiration everywhere I go, and that's awesome and stuff though. But I just want to encourage people and serve them. That's my life, and that's what I want to be, and who I want to be is just a servant to other people and being able to encourage them so that way they can get through those hard things in life. A lot of people now are battling with so much depression. There's a lot of suicide rates going up high. It's terrible. But the biggest thing for me is that realizing right now in this season, try your best to think of at least one thing you can be grateful about. If you can have those positive thoughts, it's gonna foster that positive lifestyle even through something as hard as this. I look at COVID right now as a blessing in disguise. I'm a swimmer for Team USA, and I've been professionally swimming for Team USA for 4 years now. And this year I was ready for Tokyo to happen, but in all reality, I actually wasn't really that ready. I was going through so much. I just got married. I'm trying to develop my relationship with my wife because that's number one. And COVID hit too. And I was like, holy crap. But I thought of this as a blessing in disguise because now I have an extra year to train for Tokyo. I have that extra time to, even though it's gonna be 5 years of straight training, and I was just mentally, I was like, okay, let's do this. Let's go. Let's get this done. Now I have to get back on the grindstone and grind even harder. And that's what we need to do right now too. What an amazing time to grow with your spouse. what an amazing time to grow with your children. Like, it's so sick to think of it that way. Like, you probably have, hopefully, you have like an even better relationship with them. I grew up playing water polo and swimming all of my life, so I have 4 older siblings that did the same thing, so I followed in their footsteps a little bit. We grew up in the pool. Basically, we were born in the water, I guess. You know, I had aspirations as a kid to be in the Olympics for water polo and stuff. Like when I lived in California up until I was 16, my dream and goal was to go to like USC and like get a full ride scholarship and play polo for them, and then, you know, make the Olympic team. But God had another plan for me, which I love. I love when my plans don't work out because his are way better. And as I became a senior, I was first team All-State in water polo. It's awesome. I was this kid with 1 foot destroying these other guys with all their limbs. It's pretty cool. When swimming came around, I actually eventually made state my 100 backstroke as a senior. And I got very blessed to have an article written about me in the Seattle Times. And through that article, where I tried to share so much encouragement in my testimony, that's what I was praying for. Through that, an assistant Paralympic coach read that article and then contacted my coach, and it just like the ball rolled from there. She was like, hey, we need to get him out to the Olympic Training Center right after he graduates high school in 2015 and see if he can train for Tokyo. They wanted me to train for Tokyo, like coming up. And I moved to Colorado Springs like my entire life and started training with like some of the best in the world. And here I was, just this scrawny kid. After about a year of training from 2015 to 2016, they wanted me to shoot for Tokyo. I was like, nah. And I actually made Rio by like a hair at trials. I shaved off like 4 or 5 seconds of my 100-meter backstroke and literally like made the team by a hair. Just going through all that and then making Rio, I was there and it was amazing to see my teammates medal. That just fanned the flame. The next year I got a bronze at World Championships in 2017, my 100 back, and then 2 years later I got a gold medal in my 100 backstroke and at the Pan American Games, which was last year in 2019.